Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome
welcome everyone back to Nerd TV for another Global Racing League Truck Series race live from the simulated Las Vegas Motor Speedway, where these guys are going to tackle 134 laps around this 1.5 mile track. And weather on the left-hand side of your screen, only 10% humidity. There's actually some humidity out here in the Vegas desert night, and well, I guess that's pretty accurate. Clear skies, a little breeze, 73 mile-an-hour winds. So, and that's it. This is going to fire off the countdown to green section here with your two favorite people on the microphone every Sunday night who watches Global Racing League, and that's going to be myself, Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty, and then to my right, slash co-producer, slash broadcaster, slash whatever you want to call him, Dustin Loxton, aka Ballistic.
Not late for dinner. Don't call me late for dinner. I'm never late for dinner. Look at this. So, oh yeah,
drone flyer too, 200 mile an hour, man. You got your license last week, I saw.
Yeah. Your brother had to sit here and give me all kinds of crap, though. I wanted to know who was piloting the drone. I wanted to know if I had a little adult beverages or whatnot. But it's not that easy to sit here and try to pilot a drone around Coda when these guys were going as hard as what they were. So, but no, we try to bring you guys some good angles. But now we're back to ovals, Jeremy. We're away from the road courses. No right-hand turns unless you're trying to save a spinning truck. But and of all tracks, Las Vegas. You know that this is probably one of my more favorite tracks on this service. It poses some of the best racing, especially for trucks. Expect pack racing. You'll probably have different size packs, but pack racing nonetheless, because that's just the way that this track is drives with these trucks here. And then as it's been seasoned in over and over, I mean, it seems like it gets better and better. It really does.
Yeah, it's got character, it's got bumps, and that's what people love about racetracks. Every cookie cutter would be the same if they were all completely flat, because they're all the same shape roughly, and they're all the same amount of degrees of banking. So Vegas has that bumpiness, especially in 1 and 2, and also the back straightaway. 3 and 4 and front stretch are pretty smooth overall, but you get the cutoff section there on the front stretch where you can cut below the white line if you dare to choose so. But Dustin, it's going to be a great race here. Just over 2 minutes left in this session, and we have some races underneath our belt. So I'm going to just kind of quickly breeze over the point standings while I'm talking about stuff. Stephen Hayes currently holds the lead, P1, 17 points ahead of second place Jacob Grant. Third place is JJ McCoy, 18 back, Bobby Mantle, 23 back, and fourth in Dustin Franklin. That's your top 5 so far here through the first few races of the Global Racing League Truck Series on Sundays.
And out of that top 5, Jeremy, 4 of them are race winners out of that top 5. So we have had 4 races, 4 different winners. This is race number 5. So the same question raises every week. Are we going to see our first repeat winner? Or are we going to see a new face in victory lane and a new voice up in the Nerd TV podium for the post-race interviews?
Yeah, great point. We are 4 for 4, and this is the first normal-ish track for the schedule, right? You had Daytona, you had Circuit of the Americas, you had Atlanta, which is like an in-between. So now, or we had Phoenix. So now we're on to our 5th track, which is Vegas, and this is where the mid-season grind, I think, personally starts on the schedule, because it's that cookie cutter style. And so if you're good at Vegas, you're typically good at most other mile and a halves. And so let's see how 2025 is going to hold off, Justin, in this kind of format.
Yeah, and I mean, Vegas it's like the legacy. It's what started the cookie cutter genre of tracks that led to a lot of them being created, but it's the one that's been tested, tried and true, throughout all these years, poses some of the best racing. I mean, Jeremy, you remember a lot of years ago when we ran leagues, this was actually the track that we selected to be the championship event because of the racing that it posed. It was always great racing, and just the feel of being in Vegas, man. You got to gamble everything to try to take that chip home. So, I mean, it's this is a very fun track. But you're right, it does. It kind of starts that mid-season grind, so to speak, where we're going to see a lot of mile and a half tracks, throughout the season.
Yeah, 100%. And well, practice is over, Dustin. That means we're gonna get our faces off your screen. We're gonna pay attention as to the person who usually gets first in practice. And this time, it's going to be one of those past winners. Currently holds third place in points. That's the number 22, JJ McCoy. We're going to give him just a few seconds. If he does not join in, then we might take over the second place truck who is on track. Yeah, let's rotate to the number 89, Bobby Mantle, P2. That's why I say usually, because sometimes we don't get what we want. And now Bobby Mantle in the John Deere truck, that Toyota. He's going to set off here for his 2 laps.
Yeah, and new colors for Bobby Mantle. If you remember, a number of weeks back when we've interviewed, first time we interviewed Bobby for this season here, season 7 for the Global Racing League Truck Series. I made mention, I'm like, I did not expect to see him in John Deere green and yellow. But that was inspired by his dad, so that is colors that he is probably going to be running a majority of Season 7 here over at Global Racing League. So love how, the drivers, bring family and everything else into it. Jeremy, you and I have painted cars, for our family, for our kids and stuff like that. And it's kind of a fun thing, but qualifying is now underway, and you're going to see Bobby Mantle here is taking that high side there, trying to build up all the speed possible. You're going to see him cut it down to that white line. He's not going to go below just yet. He's going to save that for coming to the line, and he's going to keep it low, Jeremy. Going to paint that white line. Ooh, touches a little bit of the apron, a little bit of slip up. That's going to cost him just a little bit, but it looks like he recovers nicely on that exit. Not going to go straight to the wall. It's going to scrub speed. It's going to be a longer track around this 1.5 mile track, but down to the paint again. And now you will see him dip below. He will hit the apron right next to that grass as close as he can without hitting it to cross the line. Bobby Mantle, that's going to slot him P2 right now, 29.83. Second to Mr. Grant, Jacob Grant, the 19 at a 29.82, only 1/100th off, Jeremy.
And then the 22, JJ McCoy, about to cross the line to complete his second lap. That is your fastest guy in practice, and he's going to hit a 29.787. So currently going to slot him P1 on the boards here. Stephen Hayes second, Jacob Grant third, Bobby Mantle fourth, Stephen Knight fifth out of 21 times already posted here. We got 2.5 minutes left, and 2/3 of the field has made time, and right now we have a couple on track testing at the 73. That's Jeff Wimmer. We got Clay White in the 14, riding on board the Hendrick.com Chevrolet of Tyler Honeycutt. See what he can do here.
Yeah, Tyler Honeycutt, who made his return last week and got himself a Nerd TV podium finish, finishing P3 on a strategy call, but a very well done one. We have to make mention, Jeremy, we got 33 drivers ready to do simulated battle tonight. And we have 26 that are on track that have posted time. So a lot of drivers here. Love these numbers. Love seeing the racing action out here. So we're looking to try to stay as strong as possible. Oh, wall contact there. This lap will be invalidated for the number 9 of Tyler Honeycutt there. Any contact, even a 0x on the wall there, will disqualify your time. That's the unfortunate thing.
Yep. Yeah, you trying to. Bristol is a perfect example where you get the assistance by hitting the wall. So that's just a global rule to not allow such a thing. And a couple more guys filing their time. One driver left off of turn 3 and 4. It's EJ Luna. Then we're looking at Don Blazier and the number 11. He's going to cross the line with just under 1 minute left here in this session.
Yeah, Don had an excellent run last week too. Found himself running up in the top 5 or top 10, near the top 5 at COTA. Was really showing his road racing abilities last week. It was good to see that number 11 up there. Right now he's going to be slotted P24 on that lap, but he's going to sit here and try to hot foot it to see what's going on, Jeremy. He's got 22 seconds to get back around turns 3 and 4, plenty of time. but he's going to have to try to make it count to try to increase that starting position here. And starting position, Jeremy, is ever so important at this track because it's less trucks that you have to try to pass. Passing is not super difficult here, but if you get locked into a side-by-side battle, it is going to burn your tires up more than what you would like. So that's what makes it difficult.
Yep, it's you can definitely run high, run low in turn 1, turn 2. That's not a problem. Unless the problem is passing, right? Because you can run the same times roughly. So if you're trying to make a pass on the bottom who someone is a little more comfortable on the top, well, good luck to you. You're going to hope they make a mistake here. And beautiful shot around this track, by the way, before they get fully gridded. All the artwork was 3D done. You're at 6 or 7 different tracks on this latest build, and Vegas is one of them. I don't know if we can access Victory Lane tonight. I heard maybe we could, but there's the nice, beautiful 3D angles around this 1.5 mile track out there on the southwest corner of the continental U.S. And here we go. Most trucks are lined up there on the front stretch. We're going to go down the unofficial or the official starting lineup here, presented by Icon Apparel Company. Blake Tidwell sneaks it in P1 there. JJ McCoy in second. Stephen Hayes in third. Clay White in fourth. Michael Hayes in P5. Jacob Grant sixth. Bobby Mantle seventh. Stephen Knight in eighth. Ninth place is Brody Marinko in 10th. EJ Luna. P11, David Husley. 12th place will be Danny White. 13th, Abram Ghostin. 14th, Mark Sherwood. 15th, Austin McGill making his return. 16th, Joshua Raymond. 17th place, Justin LeBlanc. 18th, Bradley Miner. 19th, Dustin Franklin. And 20th place, John Howard. 21st on back is Jonathan Gaston, Jeff Wimmer, Anthony Emmerich, Don Blazier, Shane Wielden, Ricky Hudgens, Michael Lester, Ron Harrington, Tyler Honeycutt, Raj Mangapudi is in 30th, Patrick Gettner 31st, 32 drivers really. Chuck Cobb and then Kenny Heath does complete the 33 truck lineup here at Vegas, Dustin.
Yeah, 33 trucks. It's going to be an amazing show. That's a lot of drivers looking to see what they can't do tonight. And Jeremy, I tell you, I mean, it's this league over here at Global Racing just keeps coming back, keeps bringing some raw talent to each and every race, and it's going to be a good one tonight. Like I said, this is going to be a true grit. So as they're doing their pace, again, we like to try to go over this as well. But the race info: open setups, 100% fuel load, 4 sets of tires. That's 1 on the car, 3 in the pits. No fast repair. 3 green-white attempts, or 3 attempts that are green-white checkered, and Lucky Dog and fast repair are in effect. Now this is going to be a true grit, Jeremy. The pace or the pit window, as far as a fuel run, right around that 45 lap mark, 45 to 48 laps, give or take, depending on how hard or soft the drivers want to actually push them. But tires are going to be a premium here. You can, depending on where you run, how your setup is set up, where your line is, will determine how much you chew those tires up or how much you don't chew them up, or how much you heat them up or not heat them up. And Jeremy, greasy tires here, usually never a good combo, so you could see some looseness out of some of these trucks here tonight.
Yep, quite possible here. Pace car coming down the pit road now. And now we're just waiting for Blake Tidwell to get the green flag of the year to start this event. And here we go. Green flag is out. The GRLTS at Las Vegas is underway here. And JJ McCoy, what a launch here. He's going to actually try to clear, and does, the race leader. Is that something that gets flagged? We don't know. But we'll find out here. He takes a commanding 1.5 truck length lead down the back straightaway. Dustin, you notated to me before we went live, this place is going to be very draft pack worthy. We're going to see a lot of pack style racing-ish, like we would be at Atlanta, but that's not going to last for too terribly long.
No, it won't. Like I said, you'll start seeing them kind of separate out here, but these first few laps are going to be ever vital. You see 3 wide racing again. That's going to be Brody Marinko. In the middle, EJ Luna on the inside, and that's going to be Stephen Knight on the outside, still 3 wide, and it looks like EJ Luna finally files out back to 2 wide. You're going to see that quite often, Jeremy, throughout tonight's racing event. You're going to see a lot of drivers pushing it 3 wide, 2 wide, but the draft, you're going to have to learn to really try to utilize that as much as possible. But I want to make mention, too, that right now, Grim Reaper Motorsports started front row, 1 and 2, only 2 1,000ths of a second separated them. That's something we did not highlight. That's how close qualifying was between your first place and second place. And right now, Clayton White, with the help of Jacob Grant in the 19, gets a push up to that front spot. Clayton White up to P1.
Clay White up 3 spots, finds himself 3 truck lengths ahead of second place. 19, Jacob Grant, who chooses the middle of the track and 1 and 2 to run his opening laps here. Nobody else venturing that high. Does that pay off for the 19 on the long run? Headed off into turn number 3. A lot of space given between the 22 and the 19. 1 truck length can fit right in the middle of these 2 gents. That off into turn number 4 on exit. Clay White still holds that 2-ish truck length advantage to start off lap 5.
Yeah.
1 in the wall, Dustin. There's the blue truck there in the back in blue. The 99, it looked like Austin McGill slapped the wall. It's so easy to slap the wall. I don't know the science behind it, but it's so easy to slap that wall off the exit, not the corner, but the trioval.
Yeah, it really is, and that's because you dive it down to that line, and you're trying to arc it from the tri-oval back up. So right now, they're trying to, from the start-finish line, you see them trying to arc it back up to the wall to set up for that turn 1 entry to get that nice wide sweeping arc going in. And sometimes, Jeremy, as drivers, it's happened to me, I know it's happened to you, it's happened to everybody, as we got 3 wide racing right now, you tend to miscalculate that and tend to scrape that wall. 3 wide, Tidwell, Mantle, and Grant, 3 wide. That cycles back out, but 3 wide back behind him now. That's going to be Stephen Hayes on the inside. And, ooh, man, a little drift up. Almost cut off the 19's nose, but was able to do it. That was Brody Marinko there that was in the middle, drifted up and was able to get that second lane, Jeremy. So already taking some calculated risks, so to speak.
Yeah, and in turn 3, there was actually 2 rows that were 3 wide each. They quickly filed that away. Back to 2 by 2. I'm seeing Jacob Grant, the 19. Remember I said 2 laps ago, is that outside lane going to pay off? Well, not this time. He's going to cross the line outside the top 5, positioned in P7. So he lost 5 spots in the past 3 laps. Is that something the 19 is going to be struggling with here? Or is he taking the easy card?
Yeah, and that's something now that, I mean, you want to try to figure out what lines are going to work now early in the race. That way you know what not to do later in the race when it's going to count the most. But we keep talking about the 3 wide racing, and you're going to see it from time to time, but folks, it's not going to last very long because these drivers do not want to stay 3 wide that long around this track because, one, the amount of damage it's going to do to the tires for every driver. They don't want to sit here and risk that. So when it gets to that point, usually one driver will sit here and just give way and allow it to go back to 2 wide. It's usually the best thing, but we got a potential 3 wide right here again. This is going to be the 67 of Raj Mangipudi in the center. He's going to have the 9 of Tyler Honeycutt down low, and then that was Jonathan Gaston in the 72 that was up top, but they go back to 2 wide, and that's what we're talking about. It doesn't last long. More 3 wide going on. That's going to be 5. That's going to be contact between the 74.
There it is.
Yep, 74 Dustin Franklin, and well, it's not the 5, but that's going to be the 21, I think. Yeah, the 21 of Ricky Hudgens has a 5 on the door, 21 on the charts. Oh, big contact back there. We got a big wreck going on right now. Caution flag is out. That was a huge hit that took place back there. And that's going to at least going to involve the 67 of Raj Mangipudi. I know I seen the side of the 67 there, but it looks like it might involve a few more as well.
Yeah, there was some contact. We saw it right before that happened. John Howard got stuffed into the outside wall. And then a half a lap later, here we go. 67, Mangy Pooty on for a ride. The 75, Patrick Gentner. He's going to slap the wall. There's the 5 of Kenny Heath. He checks up. I think he got just a little bit of that. So about 4 trucks in total, I think. We'll get the final count here on this Nerd TV Rewind. Turn 3 once more. 20 in the 9. They're in the front of the 67. He's going to cross over the nose. There we go. Of the black and green truck. Dirt-inspired paint scheme. And there's the 5 ships the 75.
Yeah,
Man.
he does. 75 was checking up for the wreck that was going on, and he just got a flat rate shipped, Jeremy, like you said.
Yeah, he got put in a small box and flat rate shipped right to the outside wall, just exiting turn number 4 here. And what a hard hit that was. Take another look here. Probably one last from the Nerd TV Rewind. Let's see maybe another angle or 2 of this wreck here. Oh, there's the shipment. Yep, there's the 5 is really sponsored by USPS. You just can't see it. And also, yeah, that was the 72, Jonathan Gaston. You corrected that, and I still slipped up. So yeah, 5 trucks in total. The 81, I do believe. Ah, man, the 81, Chuck Cobb. I think he hit the back of the 67. I couldn't tell. So we're going to label this 6 total trucks involved on the wreck in lap 11. Dustin's got me on replay. Here's Chuck. Is that Chuck Cobb? Yeah, that's Chuck Cobb. Here we go. Yep. This is after fact. Is it?
Oh,
no. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. No, there's 2 separate incidents. Okay, I was not talking about that one. I was talking about when Mangy Pooty got hit. But okay, who was that? Oh, Patrick.
Patrick. Man.
All right, so there's some developing stories going on here. Half a lap later, after the wreck happens.
Oh yeah, see, and we were covering the initial one. See, and that's a tough thing. We don't see the stuff that happens afterwards, but we try to bring it to you guys as much as what we can.
Happened? The 6, Michael Lester, just absolutely brake checks Chuck Cobb, and then so he got shipped to the outside, and then Patrick. I'm gonna try to find this. I'm gonna talk about it. I know we can't really watch about it because we got 1 lap left, and watch about it is now a word, by the way. I just created that. But he was just riding the bottom and putting on a little show for us. That was unintentional. It was just a coincidental thing, I guess. But all right, Dustin. Well, ups the number to about 7 trucks as the 6 made himself involved on that one. And Patrick Gentner, 75, he's towed. The number 6, Michael Lester, he's towed. Chuck Cobb, he's on pit road with repairs. So 3 trucks still behind the wall, Dustin.
Yeah, tough break. This early in the race like that. But it's like I said. I mean, it's a product of pack racing. So I mean, it's to be expected that that's going to happen. But I mean, so far, Jeremy, these guys have been putting on an amazing show for us tonight so far. And they do every week. And if you guys enjoy what you're seeing this week and you want to continue watching it, rooting on your favorite driver, tune in next week, March 22nd, as they will visit Homestead Miami Speedway. Jeremy, one of your favorite tracks to participate at. I know you love running that track, even though you say you don't do very well at it, but you still love it. But these simulated combatants will take battle again, March 22nd, live from Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yep, that's next Sunday, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, and yep, I'm terrible there, but I love running there. That's a weird love-hate relationship. But Green Flag is back underway. 14, Clayton White got that Vegas scheme. Team whatchamacallit, if you guys remember from last season, just absolutely destroyed everybody in the paint scheme department, theming their schemes based off the track that they were at, and here they are once more, just completely decked out in Vegas-styled artwork. The 14 is probably those 2 cards in total. Yeah, so one of the 4. But you can't tell, but what a beautiful touch.
It is. And they did. So what was it? They did Wizard of Oz at Kansas. So yeah, they really stepped it up, and they actually had some of the other teams starting to do some special paint schemes for tracks. And we love when drivers do that, man. When they take the time to put stuff in there, that's where it's at. But we are back racing, Jeremy. You see these guys are giving it everything they have. Look at the 99, Jeremy. Start of the race, we talked about him slapping that wall pretty decent, and right now he is running 5th place on that high side, making a pass on the 19 of Jacob Grant, and now trying to work on the outside of the 2 of Brody Marinko.
Still battling here. A lot of 2x2 going throughout the pack. The 14 does not go to the white line. Almost tags J.J. McCoy's left front fender. Still 2x2 for the first 2 rows now. Headed down to turn number 3. Outside advantage to the 22.99 and the 19. There's only 3 trucks in the top 10 that are up on the outside here off of turn 4. Front stretch dead heat 14. Clayton White to the point here.
Yeah, Clayton White to the point, but it is a dead heat as they go into the corner. 14 of White on the inside, 22 of McCoy on the outside. 2 varying lines, but just as fast right now. You have the 99 of McGill giving help to McCoy. You have the 35 of Tidwell giving help to the 14, and McCoy clears Clayton White, drops down. That leaves a top line open for Austin McGill, but Mark the 22 of McCoy back to the top spot.
He's got a 1 truck length advantage in turn number 1, and I got to jump to the YouTube chats, Dustin. I've been called out officially. It's not lame. First says, go Mantle. Then says, I have a bone to pick with you. A couple weeks ago, you called me sir. It's ma'am to you. As the leaders are 3 wide now, turn 3. Not going to disregard that, but I have been saying the wrong gender to Mrs. It's not lame, so thanks for that correction. And then Peter Slowick says, let's go Slowick stuff. Driver Shane Wheeldon. And there you go. There's your shout-outs on the YouTube side. Continue to chat in, but Dustin is crazy up here. We were 3 after the race lead. Now we're 2x2. Jacob Grant all over the back bumper. The 99, Austin McGill. 22 sneaks in front of the 14, claims the inside lane.
Yeah, you are seeing lane control right now by that 22 as he jumps up and back down. He is doing everything he can. We see a driver that looks like Blake Tidwell down below the apron there, electing to use the apron. And Jeremy, we haven't seen a lot of trucks do that so far this evening as he drifts up, almost making contact with the left rear of Jacob Grant. Grant dives down to the low side, Clayton White to the top side. We got trucks shifting lanes worse than on the I-55.
This is bonkers right now. You would think this is a 10th place battle. No. This is the race lead. Lap 22 underway. 22 on lap 22, of course, leading the way. This isn't rigged at all. Austin McGill, I thought he was going to slide up into the 14. He does not. That's going to check him up, allow Clayton White to make the pass there. He's going 22 hits the wall. 14 is going to push him, and they continue to head straight off into turn 3.
Yeah, almost had it double cleared on that top side, both the 22 and 14, but a little bit of wall tag slowed that top line up and allowed Austin McGill to maintain on the inside. But if it wasn't for that little push from Clayton White, they could have lost a little bit more. But after that exchange, the 22 of J.J. McCoy still holds that top spot as we sit right now, Jeremy.
In the turn, head up turn 3, they're still trying to go 3 wide. Single file in the back half of the field. It was just bonkers to me. Just out of the top 10 is 3 wide. 99 Austin McGill in the middle. Jacob Grant on the inside. Oh, and the 1 there of Michael Hayes on the outside as they got squeezed right in front. So the number 2 truck, Brody Marinko, he got stuffed 3 wide there momentarily. He's going to get pushed back to 4th place as the number 1, Michael Hayes, made a strong move, and now he's going to be battling for the race lead.
Yeah, making strong moves, taking different lanes, now side by side with the 14 of Clayton White as they battle going off. But all of that's taking place right behind that man right there, J.J. McCoy. So racing, Jeremy, is getting very, very heated right now. But, man, are these guys putting on a show.
Big show indeed here. Not the wrestler, of course.
Well.
No, I knew that was good. I said it. Oh, no. I wasn't going to do it myself, but there you go. There's the
That's how you know we have been together so long, Jeremy, because we just pick up on each other's little subtle cues.
You know, we like similar stuff, like wrestling, and so that's just bound to happen. We've made wrestling content in the past when it comes to just talking from night to night in these broadcasts, and there's another one. We've not ever mentioned the Big Show, so no one current. It's always the old stuff, The Rock, Stone Cold. I've done Undertaker stuff with, you know, pile drives, and but now we're the Big Show at Las Vegas here.
We gotta get, I mean, but we've done that before. So when Global went to Rockingham, I swear we did a number of rock references on that one. And I mean, you come to Vegas and it is a big show. I mean, Vegas is a show. So, I mean, it's fitting. It is very fitting right now. JJ McCoy getting heat from the two of Brody Marinko on the outside. He's coming out of nowhere, a little bit looseness going into turn 3 there. Able to maintain. Michael Hayes up on that top side. And it looks like the 19 of Jacob Grant drops to the low side, then back up to the top side. JJ McCoy's got nobody behind him right now.
16 live on the YouTube side. Only 2 chats have been posted, so feel free to shout out wherever you want to. If you got it on the Facebook side, you're going to have Dustin read that off to you. I got the YouTube side covered here as we're in turn 3. Shuffling all around the field. The back half of the field, Dustin, getting pretty crazy already now. There's a little gap there. 3 wide. Look at this. Ooh, did we catch a wreck in real time? We almost did. Look at him fanning out across that front stretch.
Oh, fanning out. Almost 4 wide there. That was the 44 of Mark Sherwood that got into the wall there and then made that 3 wide a little closer than what they probably would have liked, but everybody fanned out. And Jeremy, that was probably the perfect place to do it because they have that bleed off down on the apron for extra room, and that's literally what saved them to allow them to give extra space. So kudos to the drivers there at Heads Up Driving.
Yeah, absolutely here. Back to a little more stable, 2x2x2 on the front stretch for everybody. It's really now become a 2-pack track here. You have about the top 12-ish or so, and then you have 16th on back, so 2 complete different packs. So you see it on the screen, the difference in space between the 2 is one truck goes 3 wide, still 3 wide, now back to 2, the 20 backs it down. The 23, Anthony Emmerich, really wide in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't know if he meant to go that wide or not, Jeremy, but he was there whether he wanted to or not, but he's still maintaining and still going up there. But Jeremy, his truck, if you look there and there's a little bit of a wall scrape, his truck looks uncomfortable right now. Even through the corner, there was a little bit of that wobble, which for people that don't watch racing or understand, when you have that wobble there, it's because your truck is getting loose, so you have to adjust the wheel a number of times through the corner. And you don't see that there, but what you do see is that wobble through the corner there, and that seems like that's what's happening to the 23 of Anthony Emmerich right now.
As he is one of the few drivers in the back half of the field that, we got trucks below the white line up on the front part of the field. I don't know if you saw that. The number 9, Tyler Honeycutt, he's 3 wide now, 2 wide. He was below the white line halfway down the back. Here we go.
Bobby Mantle, Stephen Knight, teammate on teammate violence. No! Stephen Knight is going to mow the grass and help the landscapers there a little bit. Merges back on. Hell of a save there by the 79. That could have been way worse.
Yeah, I don't know how they saved that. That was insane. Bobby Mantle crossed back up in front of the traffic. The 79, that's fine. They got grip in the grass now, so like that's okay. It's just a little bumpy. But Bobby Mantle, man, shout out to this guy with the Get a Grip Martin Sports, or now Icon Apparel Company award. And look at him, just crosses back up to right there. See the nice handling from the 79. Mr. Knight on Tyler Honeycutt. How you doing?
Wow.
Is he still hanging on? And finally saves it right there. That took about a quarter of the front straightaway to get it straightened out.
Heads Up Driving by Tyler Honeycutt on that one too. My goodness, that could have been bad. But right now, bad. Stephen Knight went from battling up there in the near the top 10 area to all the way back to 28th after he was able to regain that. And then, of course, with the buildup from the grass on the tires, had to give it a half a lap or so to clean those tires off. and he's sitting P28, Jeremy.
P28. That's far, far back there from where he was just a couple laps ago. But we still have, well, now under 100 laps left, 99 to go at the line last time by. So he's got some time, but he's got to make up 8 seconds, at least to get to the race leader. So to back to where he was, probably about 6 seconds worth of gap to make. That's a lot of tire wear. That's probably not going to happen. He's going to need a caution to recover anything from that. As we're looking at the number 1, Michael Hayes. Remember, he drove through the field there about 10, 15 laps ago. He was probably 6th or 7th. He started in 5th, and now he's at P1.
Yeah, excellent drive by the 1 of Michael Hayes. Was able to get up there, and right now we got that battle for P2. That's going to be between J.J. McCoy and Jacob Grant. Jacob Grant and the 19 truck on that top side. I will point out, too, looks like a new paint scheme for him. He had been running the same paint scheme that he had help designing, but looks like he elected to change it up this week here. But side by side right now, McCoy down on the apron, back up again, but it's all Michael Hayes up front. Further back, EJ Luna having a solid run right now in that P4, kind of in his own little area right now. The closest person as far as competition is last week's winner, Stephen Hayes, in that now Whataburger truck. We had a little issue with trading paints. It was showing Monster for some people and Whataburger for others, and I wish it would have been the Whataburger for the broadcast team, but it wasn't. It was the Monster scheme. But we get the Whataburger scheme this week, Jeremy.
Last week the W was, or 2 weeks ago the W was purple. Now it's back to normal. Yeah, you saw the Monster. That was the incorrect one. I don't know why Trading Paints likes to just choose. It's not like your computer pulled it out of thin air, right? It pulled it from a file. I just don't know where. But 1922 right in front of him got really close in turn 3. The 19 even said sorry. He thought maybe he bumped J.J. McCoy entering turn 3, which usually involves a wreck right afterwards. But somehow these guys are still maintaining, jumping back possibly to where we were with 13. He was side by side. Now it gets passed by the 24, Mr. Luna, and crossover.
Yeah, crossover. Luna coming off of turn 4 that last lap, tagged the wall coming off turn 4. And that slowed him up there a little bit, allowing Stephen Hayes to get back by. So mark Stephen Hayes up to P4. So down 1 spot, but crossover move by Luna. Luna's going to try it back on that inside again, and he's going to have the run and the momentum. So EJ Luna says, here, go ahead and take it, Stephen, and then I might try to take it back, but Stephen Hayes battling back on that top side, Jeremy.
This is what Las Vegas is all about here on the iRacing world. A lot of 2x2-ness available to all the drivers here as we're on the roof cam of the 13. Now back to the TV, and we're going to shout out one of our partners here that has or does not have a rotating commercial break. First and foremost, we're going to go raceepi.com. That's Elite Performance Industries, and if you're looking for a setup for any of the top NASCAR series or dirt or just short track oval or just a lot of options, if you're looking for anything just to go faster than what you're doing now with a really comfortable setup, and you're going to pick some checkered flags up, look no further. That's going to be at raceepa.com, Elite Performance Industries. They got great pricing for great, really strong competitive setups that are comfortable to drive. And go there right after this race here tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of setups, Jeremy, there might be some setup changes on some of these trucks as we are getting ready to hit our first green flag pit stop as it sits. We're working lap 43, Jeremy, and if you remember at the start of the race, we did talk about that pit window is going to probably open up at lap 45. I'd say somewhere between 45 and 50, depending on how hard or soft these drivers are running these trucks. So green flag pit stops could be hitting here pretty quick, seeing as that first caution did come out early. And Stephen Hayes, he caught it there in the tail end of the frame coming out of turn 2, tail sliding that turn 2 exit.
Yeah, what a slapper there off the corner exit turn 2 as we're looking at the top 6 or 7. There's Clay White. He's been really strong on the short run. Forget about the long run. This guy's 2.5 seconds back after leading this thing, so he needs to work on that long run portion just a little bit more. The guy right in front of him, EJ Luna, he's not having that problem. Started 10th up to P5, hanging on pretty good there. Look going back too, Dustin. There's a lot of trucks running that second, third, even fourth groove up here, and then gets turn 3 and 4. Tyler Honeycutt doing it. You see the 21, Ricky Hudgens, he's doing it. And this is actually Marinko riding on the very cool spoiler shot from the back looking on forward. This is usually like a Darlington angle or a Homestead, but they're going to make it break us out here on Las Vegas.
Absolutely. And one of the better shots, too. I feel underused. I mean, you can really see, especially when they get side by side, how close they get. You can see how close they get to that wall. I mean, and these guys, their precision is just unbelievable on how well they could go. And here we go, green flag pit stops. Jacob Grant, first one of your leaders to come down pit road to the service of his virtual pit crew. He's going to give up that P2, P3 slot that he was in a heated battle with there with JJ McCoy. So first leader down pit road. Jeremy, this is going to open up the door. We'll see what happens.
Yep, 21 and the 50. No, I think there's two drivers that called it. 2153 possibly. We'll see here. 21 for sure. Lacey was calling it over the radio, so we're going to have a couple. Oh, never mind. Caution is out.
Oh, man. That was Abram Ghosting. You seen the side of his truck.
And the number 11, Don Blazer, said, I'm sorry. So it has probably something to do with Don. We'll find out right in front of... Oh, yeah, this is going to be a heavy impact here. So we're going to kick it to the Nerd TV replay. We're going to ride on board either Don Blazer or David Housley. Or Holsey.
And this is going to be Holsey here. And
just
wow.
Just cleaned his block as a 76. Probably come down pit road. Did not merge down lower than what he should have. And then here we go. 3-truck pile up to start this thing off.
Yeah, big time pile up there. And that was, man, that was harsh. You seen the 20 had nowhere to go on that one there. That was just, that was tough. Oh, man. Just got cleaned. And you see all the aftermath there. Abram Ghosting in there. Oh, man, more contact. And then we seen at the last second, too, the 20 came in out of nowhere. Literally had nowhere to go on that one when he was filing in. That's going to be Joshua Raymond. And you're going to see the contact happen. There's the contact. And literally had a truck low, couldn't go low, tried to lock the brakes up, had nowhere to go, and just bunk.
Yeah, just wrong place, wrong time. Joshua Raymond just did not pick the right place on the track to be. And I'm baffled how the 76 David was unable to. Oh, here's the 25's angle. He came in late, Abram Ghosting. He sees he's going to lock it down.
Man, so he come in, he went high because trucks were pitting, and when he went high, he seen the wreck and had to lock it down. And Jeremy, we're going to back this up. We're going to back this up. So you want to see how quick this happens. Here we go. This is how quick this type of thing happens.
And no contact. Oakley, the visor cam here, 3 and 4.
So he's seeing everybody checking up. That's where his focus is at. He goes high and then sees that up there and goes, oh, crap, and locks it down. Misses pit road, goes in the grass, no penalties. Wow.
Dude, what a drive. That was a better save than the 89 Bobby Mantle off turn 4 when he did it with his teammate of the 79. And whew, what a close call from Abin. Well, we're going to take our first picture-in-picture break. We'll be right back shortly before the drop of the green flag here momentarily.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy Jerky, the original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair. Now available.
And back to full screen here as we're about to go green flag once more here for the Global Racing League Truck Series race at Las Vegas. Pace car down, green flag intimate. Here we go. And there they go. Green flag is out. This thing is underway, Dustin. They are firing off the 22. Commanding jump here. 2 to 3 truck lengths in front of the number 1 and 13 as they were off into turn number 1. 2 by 2 for the next 4 rows back.
Yeah, 2 by 2 for the 4 rows back. Everybody has fresh tires. Everybody feels like Superman. But Jeremy, you gotta play it smart when you're working through the field here because things can get hairy very, very fast. Gotta wait for the opportunities. Don't try to force the opportunities to happen. You have to wait for them. You got plenty of time. We're only working lap 53 of 134 for the scheduled distance. And they reeled in J.J. McCoy, Mike Hayes now with the help of the 14 of Clayton White on that high side, looking to try to clear, to put the number 1 back in the number 1 spot.
And there he is. He's going to do it as he's going to keep the 14-22 door-to-door off of turn number 4. Lap led once again for Michael Hayes, the number 1, just showing a strong performance here in the first half of this race. Austin McGill trying the third lane, sweeps it back down to straighten up his corner exit. 13-14 there side by side. McCoy takes second place.
Yeah, McCoy takes second place now side by side for P3. That's going to be the 13 of Stephen Hayes, the 14 of Clayton White. They're side by side. And look at the battle going on behind. That's going to be between Tyler Honeycutt and that 9 on the inside. Bobby Mantle and that John Deere 89 on the top side. Tyler Honeycutt gets by. Now, Justin LeBlanc, we haven't called his name all race long, is now working his way up and is now in the top 10, and now he's doing battle with the 89 of Mantle.
These are 3 and 4 here. Great battle. And quite a few spots on this track so far. We're looking at pack number 2, 2 trucks that are on the outside here. That's Mantle 89, and right behind him, I think that's Marinko. As they set off into 1 and 2 here. Oh, third caution out here on lap 56. This is going to involve Jacob Grant.
Oh, no.
Stuffed to the outside wall. I heard him on the radio simply say, "Come on, man." So we're going to see what happened here. 3 wide, potentially. No, we're 2 wide. Just crossing the finish line here. And...
Oh.
He just got right rear. Did not expect the 19 to slide up the track, I guess. And Harrington cleans out the 19.
Man, that was a hard lick there too. We're gonna sit here and try to get a different angle on that one, see what took place. But yeah, that was tough. So there's crossing the start finish line. 19 comes up. He's still coming up because he's still coming up because of the 11. Yeah. So I think I seen what could have been the culprit there as he was moving up, but the 11 looked like he possibly could have been moving up as well. We're gonna go on board the roof cam, and the 11 slowly starting to come up a little bit too, and it's close battle right there. I mean, it really is, Jeremy. It's culminating. Oh my golly! Wow. Holy moly. And that's where that fender damage came from.
I was gonna say, did he actually make contact, or did he just
Yeah, it was that's where that
so
fender damage came
close,
from.
man? There was, man. I okay. Net code on my end, but yeah, definitely. I put the number 5 on pit road. He's in for repairs and gonna bring out our third caution here this evening as we're um, getting a little bit closer and closer to the halfway mark of this event. We're about 15 or so laps away from that. And I've got another lap and a half left here, Justin. So we're going to take another sponsor of ours that does not have a rotating commercial break, and we're going to give them a shout out. This one's going to belong to Victory Fuel, the hydration partner for the Nerditudes. If you're looking to, amp up your drink flavors without any additives in there, just nice, tasting water, some strong flavors, really. 3 of them. You got Purple Potion, Lucky Lemon, and Throttle Punch. Those are your 3 flavor options. Great flavors, no artificial coloring, no caffeine added. It's just vitamins and great tasting water, and that's it. And it hydrates you. There's enough for the family. It comes in a small container, so you're not carrying around a large bottle or a can. And here you are. So drinkvictory.com and check out code is super nerd. It's going to save you 10% off your purchase from drinkvictory.com, and that's a great product. We've had that in our houses, Dustin, plenty of times, and I thoroughly enjoy that drink.
Absolutely. And to be clear, it is not an energy drink. That's why it is family friendly. It's not an energy drink. It's a hydration drink. So it has natural vitamins, like you said, Jeremy, electrolytes and things like that to give you natural energy. So definitely, if you're trying a cleaner way to energize yourself, that definitely tops any energy drink for usage. Plus, if you like a really good story, read up on the story behind how Victory Fuel became Victory Fuel. It's an awesome story for anybody that's fans of dirt racing, the World of Outlaw sprint cars. It was actually created by Kevin Swindell, son of Slammin' Sammy Swindell, the multi-time World of Outlaw Series champion. So it's a really good story. Go read it up.
And there it is, as we're about to go green flag for the 4th time this evening. Number 1, Michael Hayes. Number 22, JJ McCoy. They're going to start it off here. McCoy has been getting fantastic restarts, but Michael Hayes is in control. We're going to see who gets the advantage into turn 1. Pace car down, green flag is now out here for the 4th time, and there it is. Number 1 with a great launch over the 22. Leaves him sitting still in the 13. Stephen Hayes with a great jump as well, able to get the nose underneath JJ McCoy. Austin McGill files in 4th. Tyler Honeycutt 5th. Bobby Mantle 6th. 7th on back. 2 by 2 here as they head off down the back straightaway.
Yeah, down the back straightaway. Brody Marinko on the inside. Justin LeBlanc on the outside. You see EJ Luna switch from the high side to the low side there. And that is still going to leave Justin LeBlanc to that outside. But, Jeremy, we're starting to see more trucks dive to that apron and utilize that apron surface now more than what we did at the start. Working lap 61 of 134, we are nearing the halfway point of this race. And, Jeremy, these drivers have really been putting on an excellent show tonight. Had a couple cautions from contact, but you got to expect that from time to time, especially when you got 3 wide racing. And especially, when you got pit stops. Coming down pit road, Jeremy, which is what brought out that first caution, it is so difficult. It's not as easy as what people would think. And this is a very quick pit entry. Like, you don't have long as far as a stretch off of the racing surface to slow your truck down. So you have to start decelerating a little bit on that racing surface, and it makes it tough. And that's kind of what we've seen happen with the 76. And then we've seen Abram Ghostin have to check up and lock it down. So it's tough.
Absolutely is. And we've got one wreck pit entrance. We'll have another. We'll figure out as we're getting closer and closer to the halfway mark here in tonight's Global Racing League Truck Series event at Las Vegas. And just Backstretch completely covered in 2x2x2 races here into turn number 3 of the smoother section of the course. Now onto the front straightaway here. A lot of trucks electing to not slide up to the outside wall. They got those fresh Goodyears. They still feel like they got the grip to maintain their position on track. As it's hard to pick out, Dustin, where to look, because everywhere I click, everywhere I scan, there is a 2x2 battle all over the map here. Austin McGill, he's trying to take the lead on the top. That's a great battle. And then, of course, we've been eyeballing the 10th place. There's always something there. And then the 73, 67 further on back. It's just Las Vegas is just so good when it comes to this kind of format with the trucks.
It really is. You see the one of Mike Hayes right now. He is controlling these lanes. He's got the 13 of Stephen Hayes behind him, and right close behind him, the 22 of McCoy, but McGill trying everything he can on that top side. Honeycutt trying to decide whether he wants to stay on that low side or go to the top side. He was kind of flirting with both, but elects to stay low, leaving Austin McGill up there by himself, but McGill really trying. Now he gets some help from the 22 of J.J. McCoy, so that's going to put McCoy up to that top spot. Could this be Austin McGill's first attempt and chance at getting that top spot away from the one of Mike Hayes?
A great run as well from the 99 on the top of 1 and 2. This is going to slingshot him to an inside lane chance if he wants it. He takes it barely over the number 1, Michael Hayes. Ooh, that was close there. And now, for the first time tonight, the 99, Austin McGill leads a lap.
Leads a lap with great help from the 22, J.J. McCoy. That's going to put McCoy and Mike Hayes in a side-by-side battle with Stephen Hayes right behind. Stephen Hayes jumps up to the top side right now to try to get around the one of Mike Hayes, and everybody does. Mike Hayes is a lone truck on that inside as Honeycutt takes that cut as well.
Tyler Honeycutt takes the cut. Looking at
and then takes the cut back down.
He's just slicing and dicing these trucks out here tonight, Dustin. We're telling you. But the number 1, once he lost the lead, he's lost 3 positions now. Now he's going to lose 4 as Honeycutt passes, or at least makes the pass effort on the inside. It's going to drop the number 1 potentially to 5th if he does give it up. So he used too much on the short run here. Now he's paying for it in the long run.
Well, and something else we got to keep in mind too, Jeremy, is trucks handle completely different with clean air on that front nose and with dirty air on that nose running in a pack. So you can see a truck dominate out front, but the second they lose that clean air, trucks and drivers can struggle tremendously to try to get those positions back up, dealing with that dirty air.
This is very true, and we're going to take our second picture-in-picture commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy jerky. The original booze-infused beef jerky with a pair.
Hey, back to full screen here. 22, JJ McCoy at the point. Michael Hayes has returned into the top three, now second place as he's pulled away from third on back. Austin McGill, who took that lead about 5 to 10 laps ago, shuffled back to third, now under attack by the number 9, Tyler Honeycutt, the number 2, Brody Marinko, in the 13, Stephen Hayes. A lot of familiar faces in familiar places. And now the second half of this race.
All I could think of was Garth Brooks when he did that. Thank you so much, Jeremy, because that's
You're
what popped
welcome.
into my mind. But yeah,
Reference number 2.
excellent battles going on. Got one for the lead right now as Mike Hayes now attempting to try to get back to that top spot, but look at the traffic jam it's causing behind. McGill closes in on McCoy and Hayes. He's got Honeycutt and Stephen Hayes in tow, so this race, look at this 7-car battle right now, all for this top spot, Jeremy. Like they are, you can throw a blanket over this entire group right now. They're that close. Oh, no. Man, 3 wide with Ron Harrington, and that got spooky, and everybody had to bobble.
Now there's 4 wide behind him. Oh no, is this gonna?
Woo.
This is trick. They were gonna be 4 wide if they didn't break up me.
Not EJ Luna, but Anthony Emmerich, man, good on you. Seen that situation and said, nope, not today, Satan, and backed out of that real quick.
And back to 3 wide just like that. They said 3 wide. Nope, we'll go 2 wide just to let them by, and then back to 3 wide once more. Now 2 wide again. Just so much fun throughout this entire field right now. Back to the lead pack. This is where all the marbles are. Oh, the one Michael Hayes slides it up.
Oh, Honeycutt.
Now Tyler Honeycutt almost slaps the wall, or slaps the door panel of the number 1. Now they're 3 wide. Bobby Manto going for the 2-for-1 special. Gets it.
But has to check up. He's loose. Oh, man. And then he checks it up and pushes him 3 wide again.
And now Honeycutt back there. Here comes Marinko. He sees the door open. Man, that was such a... number 2
Marinko on the wall.
Saves it. Right in front of EJ Luna now. Losing 3 positions on that transaction.
Oh, man, that was tough. He was carrying so much speed in there and just missed his mark on corner entry. And because he was tucked up so much behind Tyler Honeycutt, that's that dirty air. That thing just plowed through the corner and just went straight to the wall there. Lost a lot of positions, back to P7 now. But we got a good heated battle back here. Honeycutt and Mantle working their way in, and that's going to be the 76 of David Holsey. Not for position right now. Remember, he was involved in that pit road situation, but a truck nonetheless, as he is trying to work his way forward, trying to get a lap back the hard way, how we used to have to do it, Jeremy, before the days of the lucky dog.
He is trying everything, but he's not near the leaders at the moment. So, but he's giving everything he can. He's doing it. He's still got a little bit more. I don't know if he's got the speed, but regardless, I applaud the efforts from the camp of the 76 as we're cycling back through a little bit. Here's the 72, Jonathan Gaston, as we're looking at this 2x2 and directly in front of him. Mangipudi to the inside of the 22, it looked like up there. Oh, door checks him. Oh, heavy contact. Into the wall, slides up the track. I think he's going to save it.
Anthony Emmerich had his hands full on that one, able to save it. What a job by the 23. That was hairy. And Jeremy, these guys are doing everything they can right now. Oh, Mangipudi down off the racing surface, sliding sideways. Caution will come out on that one, as we're going to go back and take a look to see what happened with that. That was right in front of the situation we just got done covering.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I heard, man, come on. From the 67 is the 20 or 72. We're just gonna we're gonna have to get a
Woo.
better camera angle of that. That was kind of a he got really
Oh,
close to
calling
the
me out on my
bumper.
camera angles. All right, Jeremy, I got you, boo boo.
Thank you. Thank you for
I
this.
got you, boo boo.
Much.
How about this?
Yeah, so it's looking better here. And
Oh,
I'm gonna call the 67 on that. I don't know about you, Dustin, but it looked like he was still coming down the track on the straightaway.
yeah, it's tough on that one. I mean, everybody is trying to do everything they can. You cannot
Wow.
leave you can't leave anything open on that at all, and that is not what we were looking for. My goodness. There we go.
He might have straightened it out. It's so close to tell. Maybe the
Uh
72 came up a touch,
72,
but
yeah, it looked like the 72 if you follow that white line might have come up, but I mean, so here's the thing. We're
look
going
at the
to
blocking lane though.
yeah, we're going to sit here and take this on board with the 72. So, here's the thing. The 72 right now, we're going to watch it. He sees the opening there, so he's expecting the 67 to go up, but the 67, and from that angle there, looks like the 67 could be coming down a little bit. The 72 was going up, but was going to try to maintain that low line. Like, there was plenty of room to that top side, Jeremy. Like, he could have come up. The only one up there was Clayton White. So why he was pinching that low, that's beyond me, man. I have no idea.
Yeah, ultimately, if it's a close call, it typically falls on the guy that's behind, right? So it would be the 72 for stuffing the nose there and not lifting more. But same token, like I mean, we've notated that Las Vegas is a super speedway-ish style event in which you see a lot of like the low exits, the consistent pack racing, and so I just I don't know. We're gonna let the admins decide that. They're gonna see who's gonna get EOL, and we'll notate that after we go close to green flag racing as we're kind of cycling through. Dustin, we're gonna shout out another one of our partners here, Dusty Pete's Gifts and Collectibles. So if you're looking for a lot of memorabilia when it comes to your favorite, action figures from Marvel characters to Pokemon or whatever the case is, you can stop there for that. They got collectible trading cards, thousands of comic books, some NASCAR die casts, and a lot more other stuff. So if you're looking to up your nerddom a little bit, DustyPete's.com is the place to go. They're based out of New York, quick shipping on their end, and well, anything you purchase, well, if you use the Super Nerd code, it's going to save you 15% off your purchase of $20 or more online.
Absolutely, and you hit the nail on the head, Jeremy. Like the what we call and what we bring to you guys. We're not admins. We don't claim to be admins, and trust me, we do not want to be admins. We just look at it from a driver perspective because Jeremy and I have more hours behind the simulated wheel than what we would probably like to admit. And there's not too many situations, Jeremy, that you and I haven't either been a part of or have witnessed, and that's why we kind of questioned it. Yeah, the 72 came up, but in the same token, I mean, the 67 appeared like he was pinching. Whatever the admins decides on them, we just bring the race in action to you and just give you a different perspective on that. So we like to play devil's advocate, so to speak.
Hey, you know me, I love to play devil's advocate, even if it's not in your favor. But here we
Yeah,
go.
you
No
do.
call. Yeah, there's that. No admin call. We're gonna watch that wreck. 50-50 split, I guess, is what the unofficial word is. But we're back to green flag here. The 99 Austin McGill. Great launch over the 89. And you guys are probably wondering, well, where'd the 14 go? Where did the one truck go? Where did the 13 go?
Back in that mess.
Here they are. They're back here, the 22. They went down pit road to pick some tires. Others electing to save their tires because they know this race has a decent amount of cautions in it.
Yeah, so this is where you're starting to see that strategy. But now these drivers got to work their way around not lap traffic, but traffic itself. Something that they haven't really done all race long, Jeremy. They've been up in that lead pack, that top 5, the top 10 zone. And now they're just outside of that. And now they got to work their way by. So it's a tough call sometimes. At times like this, as a driver, this is when you're kind of like, well, this was dumb. Why did I do this? I could have been up front. But if it works out in the end, you're thinking, man, I am the smartest driver out there because that worked out exactly how I hoped it would.
A lot of people are trying to take the top 5 or 6 out of play with the strategy call with these caution breaks. And Peter Slowick on the YouTube side saying, exciting racing tonight, love it. We love it up here in the booth because it brings a little bit extra energy into everything that we're talking about here as we're completing lap 88 now. So we're just under 50 laps to go in the GRL TS at Las Vegas. Dustin, top 5, very calm this time, but we're looking at the 73 and 77. This is for position 6th and 7th up for grabs.
Yeah, 6th and 7th right now. They're battling side by side. And again, this one right here, this is Peter Slowick's driver that he was shouting out, Mr. Shane Wielden right now. So up there trying to battle to get that 6th place away from the 73 of Jeff Wimmer. And if he can set his sights on the top 5 to try to break himself into the top 5. So solid run for the driver of the 77, Shane Wielden. We hadn't called his name much this season. But Jeremy, we know that, certain drivers have hot streaks and cold streaks. It happens to all of us at every stage of racing. And, it could have just been a slower start for the 77 of Shane Wielden, but it looks like right now he's making the right calls to get that slow streak into a more fast-paced streak for him.
Yep, looking pretty decent right now as we're taking the laps down a little bit further and further as we get under 10 laps to go before we hit lap 100 out of the scheduled 134 laps here. 89 to the point. Brody Marinko, who's been around Bobby this whole entire race. Remember, Bobby was involved with his teammate a long time ago, and now he's here in the race lead. Strong battle with Hugh Marinko, number 99, Austin McGill. He's looking out. Here comes the 77, Mr. Wielden, taking a look to the second groove, trying to get a little bit of launch off corner exit, back straightaway, top 6, single file.
Yeah, top 6 single file. And Jeremy, something else I want to make note of, looking at the lap count, it is going to be close on fuel. These drivers, if they play it right, they could stretch it to the end on strategy there. So we could be seeing that go into play. It'll make it a little easier if there is a caution period and drivers come down and fill up. That'll take that out. But if this thing stays green from here on out, that could get pretty interesting at the end.
Yeah, you're actually right on this one. I'm looking at the times, and they pitted on lap, 84, 85. That means, 45, 46 laps away, right? If my math is right there. So that's right at the edge. You said 45 to 48 in the countdown to green. So throttle management might be a thing here.
It very well could be a thing, but I can tell you who's not managing throttle right now is that man up front, 89 of Bobby Mantle. So trying to recap and take a claim and stab at that top spot, which he was pretty frustrated with a little bit last week at the results of COTA because of him and Stephen Hayes were having an amazing battle for the lead. I mean, we're not just talking for 1, 2, 3 laps. We're talking the entire time these guys were together. It was an amazing battle, and lap traffic and just a miscalculation on it led to Bobby Mantle falling like 12 seconds off the lead. Still finished P2, but not where he was hoping to. He was fine with P2, but his words, he much rather would have been able to battle it out all the way to the end and just missed that win to Stephen Hayes with a really good battle. But 12 seconds was not close enough for a good battle for him. So looking to try to recap off of that from last week to maybe try to rebound and have a finish a little bit more to his liking this week.
Boy, wouldn't that be nice? It was frustrating on his part, but still did good nonetheless.
And last week was such an amazing race too. I mean, Jeremy, every race has been really good this season from the drivers over here at Global, but I mean, 29 drivers at COTA, and I mean, the amount of racing was just insane.
Like I love it. You see 33 entries here tonight. The numbers are up this year at Global
Oh
Racing League.
no! Shane Wheeldon in the wall.
Oh no, Mark
Oh,
Sherwood
Sherwood,
saved.
no!
Oh
Oh
no.
no, no.
No, caution is out the fourth time here tonight, and we thought they saved it.
No.
What happened to Mark? We saw Wheeldon in the wall.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to go back and take a look. Yeah, we seen Wheeldon in the wall, but I don't know what happened to Mark Sherwood in the 44, but he was so far off pace. We're going to do a little VHS rewind here. Kind of see what... Oh, man, did he get tagged on that? So we see... There's Sherwood in the wall Wheeldon in the wall right now. And, oh, man, the 44 looked like he just got... Did he get smoked?
Yeah, him and the 5. Well, there's 2 number 5s on the track, so I apologize. That's not the actual number 5. It looks like it's Ricky Hudgens.
Oh, he was loose getting in.
He
was loose getting in. He was already loose getting in. I mean, you drive these trucks off that right rear anyway, but his truck looked like it was yawn way more than normal. And then that checked everybody up behind him. Wheeldon, who just came out of the wall, thought he was good. And then contact between Mike Hayes and Mark Sherwood sent Sherwood up to the wall and right in front of Wheeldon. And Shane had nowhere to go on that one. Not a single place to go. Oh, Clayton White on his side. How did we miss that? What happened up there?
Hurdles it on the front straightaway after the wreck happens. And this is going to involve the continual checkup from the 44.
Holy moly.
And the number 1, your fastest truck of the night, Mr. Michael Hayes, loses a right front fender. So this is going to take out some strong competition as well.
Oh.
And it's all domino effects from the checkup of the 44 and the number 5 with their contact that they made with the disagreement of real estate. And then there's the domino. 13,
there's the domino
11,
effect.
14.
Yep, Stephen
There's
Hayes,
the 1.
Don Blazer, they get contact. That's where the contact happened, where Clayton was trying to slow up and was just pushing. Went high to go around, and Mike Hayes was there. Contact was made right up to the wall, and then, oh my goodness, the 76 of Holsey didn't even see that coming. Golly.
Clayton White, late in the race, just does not have the luck required to... I feel so bad. He's just... here we go. No, focusing on the 14. Here's the Oakley visor here, and there's the bonk. We got it. We're safe. Oh, his truck didn't even look like it turned. It just went straight up before the contact.
Man, you can't see anything.
Nope. And his head is down. His seatbelt's broken. That's it.
That is it. Oh man. Tough break for the 14 of Clayton White on that there. Again, it was just a checkup after the initial contact between Sherwood and whatever number that 5 is. We talked about it, and I can't remember who we said it was earlier. It's not Kenny Heath. Kenny Heath is the actual 5, so it's not
the 21, Ricky Hudgens.
Ricky Hudgens, there you go. Yeah, the contact between those two was what it actually started that, and the rest was just a domino effect. So tough break and then Mike Hayes getting pulled into it as well. One of the faster trucks, and I mean, that was heavy damage there too, Jeremy. So heavy implications right now late in this race.
And as that wreck unfolded, we got our highest view count of 20 on the YouTube side. Appreciate y'all joining in, but pace car's down. Green flag is out here. We are on exactly lap 100/101, so 34 laps to go in the GRL TS at Las Vegas. A lot more tame of a start from these guys. Don Blazer at the point on this one. Bobby Mantle's probably going to make some type of quick work. Oh, as the 99 puts a block on the inside lane. That was Etch-a-Sketch, Dustin.
That was Etch-a-Sketch. That was the 99 of McGill putting a block on the 73 of Jeff Wimmer, which also checked up the 22 of J.J. McCoy. Lost a lot of momentum there, but Don Blazer in that 11, we talked about his strong showing at Coda last week, and Jeremy, he's picking it up right where he was left it off there at Coda. Oh, a little loose there coming out of turn 2, though. But, yeah, this jumbled everything up right now. So, I mean, anything's up in the air. You can take the pit strategy that we were talking about, trying to save and maintain fuel, throw it out the window because these drivers came down pit road under that caution. They're good to the end. Fuel is not an issue right now.
100%. Just hammer down, get to it, save a little bit of tire, and that's it. It's around lap 103 now, 2x2x2, 3 rows deep on the front pack here, looking slightly back further. They're 3 wide, 22 on the inside. LeBlanc in the middle.
That's a
Stephen
35
Hayes.
at Tidwell.
Tidwell, you're right. They have such similar schemes. You're right.
They do.
That Tidwell takes that spot. They go 2 wide now. And utilizing the inside, the outside, and below the white line. This whole entire track is, up for the driver to use if they want it.
Yeah, and right now Austin McGill took that top spot away from Don Blazer. Don Blazer struggling right now, Jeremy, as he is falling back. I'm not sure if Don Blazer took tires. He's having a hard time maintaining as he drifts up and makes contact with the 2 of Marinko.
Man.
So it's almost as if, and there's contact with Tyler Honeycutt as he comes down the front nose and he spins through the grass. Don Blazer going for a ride, but everything kind of stays same, but we do have a yellow flag.
That's all on Don Blazer. Just try to get down, try to save a spot or two, and he's going to cross over the 9, who's already got his tires below the white line.
And he was turning.
What he could.
If you look, Tyler Honeycutt put more wheel into that because his truck kind of yawed a little bit, which tells you he's putting in more wheel input because he's seen the 11 of Blazer coming down, and it was to no avail. Contact was still made. Don Blazer takes a trip through the grass, through the paint, and brings it to a stop at the exit of pit road right there. Doesn't contact anything else. But, Jeremy, I don't think Don Blazer came down for service under that last one, which means he was out there on old tires on that. Could have played a factor in the looseness that he was experiencing.
Well, you know what? I have the power to go back and rewind myself. Let's see if he did pit. He was part of that wreck from the last one. He got door checked and whatnot. So then they go down a pit road, and no, he stayed out. He was a part of that wreck and then stayed out. So that's how he adopted the lead. And so now his truck's hurt. It's got some tire wear that shouldn't be there, and then now that. So all that shuffles the 11 back to the end of the pack to at least the lead lap. And it was 18 trucks, by the way, on the lead lap still. That's almost half the field left.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of thinking too, just the way his trucks, I mean, we understand that on cold tires, it's going to be a little loose. The temperatures aren't up yet, the pressures aren't up yet, but his truck was way more loose than what we would typically expect to see on fresh cold tires. And that's what was kind of making me think that, I don't think he came down for service there. And he was probably rethinking that decision after the events that just happened.
That's absolutely correct there. Shane wheeled in on the YouTube chat out of his truck saying, "Thanks, Peter. Sorry we got wrecked. Had a good run going." So appreciate you, Shane, for it's tough to get wrecked and then to rejoin the event to still be a part of it. A lot of times you just want to hang up the hat or the helmet or the steering wheel for the night and just call it done. But you jumping back into the chats, we appreciate y'all from doing so.
100% on that. And you know what? I mean, you did, Shane. You had an excellent run going. Wrong place at the wrong time. You saved getting the wall scrape there, and everything literally just landed on your hood there. You couldn't do anything. So, it's good on you for trying to stick it out, but still a long season, my man. Still a long season. We're only working race 5.
Wait, there's a long season?
Oh, by the way, surprise, Jeremy. We've got 30 races to broadcast.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the case. I'm going to save my breath here. I'm just kidding. You know, we're gonna full send it every single time we can when we're live. Depends on if I show up or not. Dustin's the only one that's, he's the true hero in all this scheme. But one to go. We're gonna restart on lap 109, which should put us, I think, at what, 25 to go?
Right
Should be
around.
25 or 26. So this will be fun. Who took tires? Who didn't? Who's out of tires? This is where that strategy call comes to play of saving versus using.
Yeah, and the thing is you don't want the leaders to get too far out. But at the same time, you don't want to burn your stuff up, because if somebody else is kind of conserving, they're going to have stuff left at the end, and you're going to find yourself without, any way of trying to hold off that run and that push by them. So definitely going to be a give and take. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes, how these drivers are going to do it. Right now, 99 and 89 leading the way. McGill on the inside, Mantle on the outside as they come to the green flag. Green flag flies. We're underway. Good start by the 99. He's going to lurch all the way out front, putting the 2 of Marinko and the 89 of Mantle side by side. Oh, little drift up there. Almost a little contact, if not slight contact, between Marinko and Mantle. And now Mantle's going to fall back, battling to try to hold off his teammate of J.J. McCoy.
And he's got a good run here on the inside. 3 wide back straightaway. 24 EJ Luna. Gonna put the 20. Oh, the 21 slaps the door panel. The 46, Mr. Bradley minor just by a touch, but we stay green there off of turn 4 now. And Shane's back on track. He said he had 2 minutes of fast repair laps, and so now he's back up and rolling. So out of the chats, onto the track. And then Joshua Raymond saying, "Great job tonight, guys. Good broadcast." And he just can't keep himself from getting caught up in some wrecks. So and some drivers popping in. I kind of like.
Whoa! Big
Brody
time
Marinko.
contact. Marinko going around. Oh, Jeremy,
Dude.
that was a brutal wreck taking place there. Holy
happened?
moly!
He shot out of a cannon.
Oh, the 35 of Tidwell went to go low at the same time he was, and then makes front contact, and that just torpedoes him to the outside wall. And then he comes right back down right in front. Oh, he tears off Bobby Mantle's rear. He was like 10 feet away from the rear end of Bobby Mantle. How did that even happen?
Just, well, air pockets are a thing, and things happen. We're taking another look at it here.
Air pocket,
actually,
that was, golly.
Well, we need to get like a fender view if we can. I know you got the professional drones attached to each of these trucks, so
Oh, yeah,
see if we can't get a.
Oh, no, I guess he was closer, but jeez. Stephen Hayes gets a piece of that, too? My golly, man.
The 23, Anthony Emmerich. He's involved.
We're going to watch it from here. So this is Bobby Mantle. He sees the contact there. There's the spin.
Man, it's such a quick wreck.
And then, yoink. Oh, and then, oh, yeah, just tears Stephen Hayes' right front fender off. Oh, man.
That's just a ping pong ball.
Oh, yeah. That literally just damaged 2 of your, and then somehow fixes it. So, okay. All right. Was I the only one that seen that, Jeremy? No damage. No crinkles.
What are you talking about? It looks clean. Not sure what you're describing there, folks. It's clearly not damaged. So
clearly, we don't know what we're doing up here, Jeremy.
So apparently the air pocket not only can push in fenders, it also can push out fenders when needed. So great physics on that notion of things. But that took 1 second to go from back end contact to front left contact to send him to the outside wall. That took 1 second. That was just such a hard impact. No one saw that one coming up until, well, you saw the black and red truck just shoot across the screen. And here it is one more time. Good close-up view. There's the number 2, Brady Marinko. 35 drives it in. Marinko doesn't notice. Contact, gets loose, and this little touch right here is all she wrote for Verdi Mariko.
Because he was counter steering from the spin, and then that front nose contact is what really propelled him while he was already turning right. That's the tough thing right there. So we're gonna go in. This is on board with Blake Tidwell, and he just didn't have him clear. He was going for that spot, but didn't turn it down enough and made contact. It looked like Marinko was following right in line with the 99 of McGill, at least from the way I'm seeing it, Jeremy. So that just looked like a misjudgment of, closing distance and speed.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing too. As you see, the pace car lights are off. That means we're going back to green flag and a half a lap here to potentially close out this event. Restarting on lap 114. That means 21 to go when the flag does fly. 99 to the point. 35 Blake Tidwell in second. JJ McCoy third. Bobby Mantle fourth. Jeff Wimmer from 22nd to 5th, playing some strategy, finds himself in P5.
Your brother, man, the troll of all trolls, and I love Brian. Man, he's my man. He's my bro. But call Elon Musk. Parts need retrieved from outer space from that wreck.
Brake rotors to the moon.
Oh my
Austin
gosh.
McGill, speaking of, orbital shots, he takes a 2-truck length command quickly, but JJ McCoy takes the inside route to close up that gap real quick. Them two get a 3-truck separation over the 73 of Wimmer, 35 of Tidwell, as they're 2x2 behind the top 2 trucks entering turn 3.
Yeah, turn 3, you got Wimmer on the inside, Tidwell on the outside, and the 2 trucks that had damage but then didn't have damage somehow, the Stephen Hayes and Bobby Mantle, were battling side by side. That was for 5th place. Stephen Hayes is going to take that over Bobby Mantle, so those drivers trying to move up. But Tyler Honeycutt putting his nose in the mix there, going below the 89 of Mantle, and Stephen Hayes trying to make a run for it.
Move to the outside for the 22. Gets around Tidwell. Now he's on his way to passing McGill, possibly here. Nope. Oh, he's going to do a crossover block. We've seen the 99 block before. He's not afraid, and he does not get the block completed this time. McCoy going to make the pass. Almost completes it. Has the room to jump up now if he wants to. McGill struggling with 3 wide. Dustin. EJ Luna in the back here. 3 wide. Stuffed in the middle.
Almost
now
4 wide.
Momentarily.
Wow. All right, boys. I get it. We got 19 laps to go, but my goodness, 4 wide is etch-a-sketch beyond belief at this track. But they were able to maintain it back down to 2 wide now. Things settled down, and that's not what Bobby Mantle wanted to see either, as he was right in that mix as well. But, Jeremy, we got racing heating up hard and heavy right now. Austin McGill making a battle back as Blake Tidwell takes that top spot. Those 2 side by side for P2. Tyler Honeycutt trying to make a run on the inside of both Stephen Hayes and the 73 of Jeff Wimmer. Wimmer cups down to the inside there to stop that run, but Tyler Honeycutt does get that pass on Stephen Hayes.
McGill is running very strong right now and running really up close to the bumper of these guys and just trying everything he can to maximize his speed around this 1.5 mile Las Vegas Speedway. Oh, closes the door almost on the 22 of McCoy, able to keep it down below. The no contact to be found here. The 73. I'm surprised Jeff Wimmer is able to keep up with the momentum here from these guys inside the top 5. Crossing the line here. We're now on lap 119. 16 laps to go. 3 wide for 10th.
3 wide for 10th right now, as that's Dustin Franklin in the center and the 21 of Ricky Hudgens on the outside. Contact made. Franklin's going to get shot down, saves it, maintains. He's now on the inside. He went from the middle lane to the inside and did not plan. 3 wide, real close. Abram Ghosted in the center. That's going to be the 72. Oh, my gosh. That's 72, Jonathan
4
Gaston.
wide. 3 wide.
Geez, 3, 4 wide. These guys
Back
are
to 3.
making it tough, Jeremy. Stephen Hayes in the center, 3 wide. That's going to be EJ Luna. Drift up from Austin
4
McGill.
wide.
Abram Ghostin gets
Wrecking.
loose. Collecting still. Do they save it? Holy
way.
shit, no way. No way do they save that. Wow.
I was going to say just throw the caution, but holy moly.
Good golly.
Is there a replay of that?
Oh,
I don't know if you can. We have to watch that. Please, Kev.
golly. That was just I don't how do you maintain that? There was so much going on right there. Like, how do you even maintain this?
The 74 is in the middle of everything. Dustin Franklin just bumps the 25. That's Abern. Oh, we got a caution here. We're trying to review wrecks that could have happened, and we got a wreck that did happen on the front straightaway. But yeah, there's the Dustin Franklin just scattered all over the place. We're halfway down the apron. All this crazy nonsense.
And this one looks like it involves Stephen. Yeah, this one looks like it might be Stephen Hayes.
Yeah, he claimed it. He said it might be me, so we're gonna see here.
Let's back that up a little bit. A little Nerd TV rewind. Let's back that up a little bit. We got to get a bigger picture of this.
Hey, D-boy, gonna back it up as he goes 3 wide momentarily.
Yeah, Stephen Hayes looks like he tries to put the nose down there. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Stephen on that. Good on you for claiming that one.
Yeah.
Tough break for him. Oh, as the 79 of Knight goes.
Does he go over?
Oh, no, he's not. He's going to bring it back down. He one-tires it and brings it back down.
Spraying dirt all over the front straightaway.
Man, that is twice Stephen Knight has cut through that infield grass tonight. Oh my goodness. And all of that is we were going back and reviewing the near caution that went from, we had cars or trucks 4 wide down that backstretch trying to save it, sliding left and right, all over the place. Oh my gosh.
And now they have to take a quick breath, recollect themselves just to hammer it out for 10 more laps from here to the checkered flags. If that restart wasn't crazy enough, well, we got a lot of drivers up for grabs for this checkered flag. Minus a 13, Dustin. This top 5 does not look recognizable. Blake Tidwell, which was their last restart. But then you have Jonathan Gaston, the 72, started 21st. Anthony Emmerich, after being to the wall a couple times, started 23rd. He's in 4th. And then J.J. McCoy, who has been up here, is in the top 5. But then you have 6th place Jeff Wimmer, 22nd on the grid. Abram Ghoston's fallen back just a little bit, but back, relatively speaking, in position, up 6 spots from his start. There's just a lot of flip-flops of positions. And so 13, I think, might be in a pretty darn good position to capitalize on what he can do.
Absolutely. Got to give a shout out to your brother again. So apparently we are Doge approved to stay. So we are doing excellent work. He says, great job in the booth, boys. So we are Doge approved to stay, to continue on. No cutbacks in staffing or budget at all. So love that. Says taking flight was another one too. Talking about the 79 of Stephen Knight. So Lunar Gaming saying, let's go, Tony. Talking about Anthony Emmerich. So it's going to be interesting, Jeremy. Lights are off. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. You thought the last stint we had was down to the nitty gritty, folks. You haven't seen nothing yet. This is going to get good. Like you said, right now, Stephen Hayes leading the way. Jonathan Gaston, Anthony Emmerich, Abram Ghoston, Dustin Franklin. That is your top 5, 2 of which are previous winners from this season, that being Stephen Hayes and Dustin Franklin. The other 3 have not won a race this season, Jeremy. So it's gonna get good, and Pace car getting ready to pull off.
Here we go. This is it. 10 laps. Actually, yeah, 10 laps exactly is the shootout lap count. 13 has the throttle control first. Into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out. It's actually no longer the Geico restart zone. They pulled their sponsorship for 2025. You see there's a blank spot out there. But here we are. 3 wide already, about 10th place. That didn't take long. Austin McGill to the top. Oh, Tyler Honeycutt. No, he's going to squeeze it 3 wide. McGill's going to file behind. They're going to pass the 78. I think that is a John Howard. They're still 3 wide.
Oh!
Back turn 3, 4 wide. 3 wide.
Oh!
Wrecking
No,
in the back.
LeBlanc around.
Solo self-spin. Is that what that was?
That's what it looked like.
And no contact.
Oh, was it
maybe
a little bit of a checkup there?
Was it from the 73 of Jeff?
Oh, it was that contact that was down low. That was the 79 of Steve Knight, and the 21 of Holsey made contact. And then drifted up into Wimmer. Wimmer had to sit here and slow up and check up. And then LeBlanc had to check up, but LeBlanc's truck said, nah, fam, we ain't playing that game.
Well. That could have been way worse. Everyone's stacked up 4 wide. You have a self-spin in the middle, and no one gets collected. So, job well done for everyone scattering away from the 85 in the center of turn 3. And Dustin, we have to take another breather and do it all over again.
These guys are killing us. And that shuffles the top 5 up once again. Stephen Hayes stayed the same. Anthony Emmerich was able to gain a spot on that start. Jonathan Gaston lost a spot, but still there. Got to commend him on that paint job. I know you mentioned it earlier, Jeremy. Scott Bloomquist, one of my favorite dirt drivers. Rest in peace. Love the paint job. Love the colors. Abram Ghostin still in that P4 slot, and now Don Blazer has made his way up to the top 5, but I guarantee you he's got fresher tires than the last time he was in the top 5, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely here. Lap and a half left. Got the wave around going around. 23 of Emmerich. Look like he's in a good spot now. He gets the chance to try to time the 13's restart. Maybe get something going there. JJ McCoy was in 5th on that last restart, and he got cycled back to 8th. So that's probably one of your people that you were going to look out for, but now has a really tall task in front of him.
Absolutely. Shout out to Peter Slowick as well. Says air traffic control with the trucks flying, talking about not this caution, but the previous one with Steve Knight, and probably the caution prior where we seen Brody Marinko go take a little bit of a flight. We seen a truck flip with Clayton White. And then Peter also says almost got Shane again in that one. So, yeah, Shane trying to do what he can to dodge. But I tell you what, this is going to get hairy, Jeremy, because you got drivers out here on slightly older tires or maybe your 2-tire strategies. Some of the other drivers that we've seen up in the top 5 and top 10 all night are further back with 4 freshies. And they're going to try to make everything they can, Jeremy. Laps are winding down. They do not have that many laps to try to work their way forward on this. This is going to get interesting very, very quick.
I mean, it already is interesting. And now it's going to get even more and more interesting as we're restarting.
Very true.
Absolutely. 6 laps to go. I think will be the lap count when we get the green flag. 21 people, sorry, I had that corrected earlier today. 21 followers watching right now, 22 now on the YouTube side. And you guys are, you got the highest number at the right time. You guys are in for a show like no other. We've already seen craziness. We've seen 2 trucks go airborne, solo spins. We've seen 5 wide. We've seen saves like no other. And now we have to put on another show for 6 more laps. Pace car down, 13 at the point. Who will win tonight's crazy event here at Las Vegas? Green flag is out. 13, excellent start. 72 also filing underneath the 23 of Emmerich. Jonathan Gaston to P2.
Yeah, 3 wide already. Blazer below. Tidwell in the center. Gaston up, or Ghostin up top. Man, Ghostin and Gaston are going to get me every time. Tidwell going to try to stick it 3 wide. Continue on. He's going to go on the inside of Anthony Emmerich. Emmerich on the outside. Blazer on the inside. Blazer moving forward in a fast pace right now as he's now on that inside lane. Oh, simultaneous spins. Caution comes out. That's going to be Dustin Franklin and the 9 of Tyler Honeycutt. Both spinning coming through that tri-oval off turn 4.
Put it out yet again. Caution flies late in the going at Vegas for the Global Racing League Truck Series, and this is going to involve the 74 and the 24, and then the 9 gets collected by an air pocket afterwards. Here's the 24, EJ Luna's contact, and then you see the air pocket just shove Tyler Honeycutt with him. 2 trucks plus the 24, and the 99 McGill. Look, did McGill miss that?
Oh, it's
one truck follows behind.
Yeah, one truck. That's the 21 of Holsey. Nope, Holsey gets collected in that one as well. That's what sent. I was wondering why Dustin Franklin got like torpedoed down pit road, because with his angle, he shouldn't have been going down pit road that fast, but that would explain why. So tough break there for both of those drivers.
Yeah.
Man.
That was Ricky Hudgens in the 21, by the way. But there's the air pocket
Hudgens.
Push to the 9.
Yep. Holsey's in the 76. Man, I apologize. See, I'm fired. That's
okay.
it. Fire me,
you.
Jeremy. Fire me. Jeez.
Yep, and no more broadcasts ever. Just kidding. I want to see Austin McGill's viewpoint. Stupid close on his roof camera. Has to be. And then the 21 of Hudgens. I don't know how he got tracked in here. He's not even in this picture until just that last split second. Here's Austin McGill. And yeah, just close call there.
Good heads up driving.
That's closer than what you think. He's probably thinking of someone out the outside, maybe trying to make a pass, so he's got to look in his mirror while turning up to the right at the same time. So it's not just like, oh, there's a truck spinning, let me turn. It's like, no, you're 4 wide. You don't know if there's someone up there.
Yeah, and that's what makes it tough. And like I said, this is just going to make it even harder for those drivers trying to maximize and gain as many positions as possible. It's hurting them right now because we're at 4 laps to go. Pace lights will go off this time by. They will double file it all the way around. So we'll be at 3 laps to go as they cross the line. That means that we will get a natural green, white, checkered. So by natural, I mean it is just by virtue of where the lap count is and where they go back green. They're going to get the green flag, go around one time, the white flag, and then the checkered flag after that. It will not count towards the 3 green, white, checkered attempts because it is a natural one. So it's going to be, you thought, the aggression levels to try to, gain every position possible were peaked before. These drivers are going to go. We've seen drivers push it 3 wide, like you said. We were 3 wide going through in between the apex, or right there at the apex of 1 and 2, coming off turn 2. And you said that didn't take long. Jeremy, the same thing is going to happen this time.
All right. Plus 100 odds of it going green flag the rest of the way. Put your bets in now. This is Vegas after all, so only makes sense. You see that number there in the top right corner. 10th caution. 10. We double digits. It's been a minute since we've seen 10 cautions on any of our broadcasts, so it's getting wild out here late in the going.
What's the parlay, Jeremy? What's the parlay?
I mean, it's just a single bet. That's the only one on the board left. Everything else is taken. No parlay in this one here. Here we go. Was at the final time we see the pace car? Nobody knows. Green flag is out. 13. Great start. A little check up there behind the 35. McCoy gets shuffled a little bit. That's going to allow the 9 and a couple others. 99 McGill, the 21 Ricky Hudgens. They're going to slide down to the bottom from the top. 13, 3 truck lengths of space. 22 McCoy trying to take over P3. Lap and a half to go.
Lap and a half to go right now. Blake Tidwell tracking on that high side. Stephen Hayes on the low side. This is your battle for the race lead right now. Looks like Tidwell's got the fresher tires. That might be the money changer. Tidwell to the top spot with help from J.J. McCoy. They're both going to double clear the 13. 3 wide for third. Honeycutt in the center.
Contact.
Oh, contact made 72 of Jonathan Gaston. Goes to the wall, 4 wide, and then more contact. He's going to lose everything. We got trucks going below the apron here on the backstretch. That's the 21 of Hudgens going all the way below. More contact. That's going to be Don Blazer in the wall. But your winner is going to be none other than 35 of Blake Tidwell.
Way too much late aggression on that, man. Just everyone getting shuffled up. One truck, I think the 73 went below the apron to make the corner turn 3 entrance. The aggression level was a little too high there on that last lap, but at the end of the day, look who's P1, P2 teammates. Gonna take it. Checker flag 35, 22, and the 9.
Look who's
We're gonna talk
P3
to
for the
him.
second
Yeah.
week in a row. The 9
for 2.
2 for 2 for Tyler Honeycutt.
I'm just showing up. I'm just gonna get top 3s. That's what he said.
Right? Oh,
That's
man,
okay.
what a race. Whoever took the bets that it was going to go caution-free and no official green-white checkered probably just won a crap ton because they just did it. So, But hats off to Blake Tidwell there. The cautions played in his favor because all those drivers were slotted way further back, Jeremy, with those fresh tires. If it wasn't for the help of some of the trucks wrecking in front of them and the cautions to where they could try to maximize and gain positions, that would have been a tough feat in its own to try to get where they finished at tonight.
Yeah, 100% there, and we're gonna showcase the unofficial results here for the GRTLS ES at Las Vegas. And here you go: Blake Tidwell P1, JJ McCoy, Tyler Honeycutt. That's your top 3. Austin McGill P4, Ricky Hudgens in 5th, Jeff Wimmer 6th, Justin LeBlanc in 7th, Stephen Hayes in 8th, Stephen Knight in 9th, Abram Ghostin finishes off in 10th. 11th, Bobby Mantle. 12th, Anthony Emmerich. 13th, Bradley Miner. 14th belongs to John Howard. 15th place, EJ Luna. 16th, Don Blazier. 17th, Dustin Franklin. Ron Harrington in 18th, Kenny Heath in 19th, and 20th and final person on the lead lap, Jonathan Gaston in the 72. Everybody else is 7 laps down or more, and it's going to be Shane Wheeldon, Danny White, Brody Marinko, David Hoolsey, Mark Sherwood, Michael Hayes, Clay White, Raj Mangaputi, Jacob Grant, Joshua Raymond, Chuck Cobb, Michael Lester, and Patrick Gettner is the final guy in the 33 truck lineup. Peter, thank you for joining. You said, thanks, guys. That was an awesome race on their end, not ours. We're just here to call it. But we're going to talk to that top 3. We're going full screen. We'll be right back.
Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm really hungry, but I'm trapped in here, and I dropped my last piece of boozy jerky on the floor. I can't reach it. Would you mind grabbing me a bag of the most tender, flavorful booze-infused jerky on the planet? I promise I'll pay you back. I mean, I'd eat my piece, but I can't reach it. Oh, actually, I got it. Oh, it's so good. It's so tender, so flavorful. You should really pick yourself up a bag. But if you do, you can't eat it in here. Now, this is my spot. I own this spot. Boozy jerky. The original booze-infused beef jerky with it.
And back to full screen here for the post-race show presented by Icon Apparel Company. And we got our top three down in the waiting room, ready to go. Tyler Honeycutt, first one in third place in the number 9. Tyler Honeycutt, back-to-back P3s, right, to start off your season here?
Hello. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was indeed a lot of fun. This track typically is the most exciting one on the truck schedule. That's not like a super speedway or whatnot, but man, so much chaos. I think everyone's got some damage. You got spun out late in the going and still finished P3. Talk about it.
Yeah, I messed up qualifying, so to come from the back to the front was pretty awesome. I don't know what happened, but I think it was Luna and Franklin maybe. I think they got into each other and I just got collected. It just I don't know, it just sucks. Seems like whenever I do get wrecked, it's from Lone Star, and it just sucks because I'm really good friends with all of those guys. But it does get annoying. But after that, I was able to get all those positions back, and I was like, thank the Lord. So I was just ripping it those last few laps, and luckily I came away with at least a top 3.
Yeah, you had an air pocket there from the 74. That was Luna and Franklin. There's just a big air pocket between you and those two trucks, enough to kick you sideways. I was impressed by it, but thankfully no damage and able to bring it home P3. So job well done, man. Not many people can say they started from 29th to finish in third. So 2 for 2 on getting podium top 3. So congrats on that. But man, we're gonna move on to next week, and maybe we'll have the same amount of eventful events that happened, plus same amount of drivers at 33. We'll find out. But any shout outs before we head on out tonight?
Yeah, yeah, real quick. I'm surprised I survived that last wreck. I don't know how I saved it. But other than that, I want to shout out to all the Ghost Motorsport guys that raced with us. That was awesome. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting. Can't wait to go back and watch. It's always freaking awesome, the production level that y'all have. I always watch y'all's races throughout the week, not even this league too. But it's awesome. Thanks to everybody that runs the league, Bobby and Steven. They do a great job getting all these guys to show up every week. And shout out to my dad. I think he's watching, so I love you, Dad. Shout out to Honeycutt's Garage Doors, Ben's Plumbing and Septic, Conti for the setups. So it's awesome, man. I can't wait to do some more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to race next week, but whenever I come back, I can't wait. But thank you, guys.
Absolutely, you're very welcome, and appreciate the compliment there. And maybe we'll catch you next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good
All
one.
right, you too. That was Tyler Honeycutt in the number 9 truck, back-to-back podiums to start off the season here. And now we're going to turn straight to Grim Reaper, taking home P2 and P1 in tonight's race. JJ McCoy in second. Congrats, man.
Thanks, guys. How are you doing?
Hey, we're doing fantastic. What a race that Global Racing just put on tonight. I know it was caution field toward the end, but man, the 3 wides, the 4 wides, the craziness that just happened. It was just such a good, strong battle from the green flag to the checker flag. You, in the truck number 22, starts second, finishes second. You led a bunch of laps. What was the difference between you and your teammate there on the ground? Was it just strictly tires, or was there something more?
Well, we ended up having the same set of tires there at the end. He saved himself an extra set of tires to get back there, but I was going to be very happy with a 1-2. We needed to get him a solid point stay, so that was our main goal, was to make sure he had a good finish, and obviously try and lock up all the other best spots too.
Yeah, 100% there, and yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. I didn't see what happened toward the end of the one of the late restarts. You were in 5th. They had a wreck on the same lap, and you got shuffled back to 8th. Was that just a bad restart? What happened there to shuffle you so far back? Because maybe that would have been the difference between second and first place.
Yeah, I think I just got a little bit of a slower restart. Like, so when you're bumper to bumper like that, it's really hard to tell when the leader goes, and I feel like unless you're anticipating it real well, by the time the green actually drops, you're a little bit behind there. I might have bounced it off the rev limiter a couple times. It was all jacked up on Mountain Dew, so.
Yeah, when it's jacked up on Mountain Dew. That sugar crash happens, the truck bogs down, things happen. We understand. But
You know what would help
congrats,
that?
man.
Some victory fuel.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah.
there it is. There's the plug from Dustin.
What was that one to look out for? Purple Potion, right?
Yeah, that's the best
Absolutely.
one in my book.
But yeah, it was a like you guys said, it was a pretty good race. Like I said, I could have done without the cautions at the end, but I just felt like we had a really fast truck. I could either save the tires and just kind of let it come to me, or I could just put it wherever I wanted to and be real aggressive with it. So really, really good truck this week.
Fantastic to hear there. And we'll catch you next week, man. But any shout outs before we let you go?
Yeah, Grim Reaper Motorsports, man, we're looking to burn it down this year. So, good job to you guys. I always really enjoy being able to watch the broadcast. So that's super pumped up. And I've been checking out your guys' Facebook too when you've been racing. So, good stuff. Keep it up.
Appreciate that. That's JJ McCoy. Position 2 here tonight for the 22. And man, we'll see you next week.
Yep. Have a good night, fellas.
You too, man. All right, now we're going to load up the Icon Apparel Company victory lane for none other than, I do believe, our 5th different winner in 5 races, the number 35, Blake Tidwell. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, man.
Man, what a race. It's just, there was so much going on there. I did not expect you to be up there. You had a great qualifying effort, which was fine, and then you got shuffled back quite a bit. So I didn't know if that was like a strategy thing or if you just didn't have the long run speed. And then about halfway, you flipped the script on us, and you were there battling every step of the way. So what was the game plan going in, and how'd you make it to P1 again?
The game plan was I didn't want to take my teammate out when I dropped to the back at the very beginning. So I had to calm down a little bit and work my way back up to the field. I think I got 2 laps down for spinning out on pit road and saved some tires, and the tires were the strategy that helped me out to win that race tonight.
Strategy call definitely played off. And yeah, with 10 cautions, like when do you take tires, when do you don't? That's always the question, right? You have only several sets behind the wall, and you nailed it perfectly. You saved a late set with your teammate McCoy, and you brought your team, Grim Reaper, home P1, P2. And minus that early incident, how are you able to avoid all the rest of the chaos that was happening? Didn't matter. It seemed like it came from the front and back.
I've done a lot of races this week and raced with a lot of these guys throughout the week. I kind of knew how they were going to race and where they're going to get loose at. So I was able to take advantage of those spots throughout the race.
There you go. It's just luck of the draw. It is Vegas, by the way, so we can throw that out there. And congrats, man.
I appreciate
You won
it.
tonight.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you
yes,
so much.
sir. Yeah, any shout outs before we let you go here tonight?
Just shout out to my family. They always get on here every Sunday night and watch us, and it's a good little show. And I finally got a win for them, so shout out to them.
All right, man. We'll enjoy it, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
There's Blake Tidwell in the 35, bringing home P1 for Grim Reaper Motorsports here this evening. Dustin, I mean, every time you say it, this is one of your favorite tracks. I agree with you on that notion when you say that, but when you have a show like this is why it's up there.
Oh, 100%. I'm taking a phrase out of your book, 100%. I mean, you've seen everything tonight. I mean, you've seen pack racing. I mean, you've seen 3-wide racing, 4-wide racing. I mean, at times when, people were checking up, there was 5-wide, they held it. You've seen saves. You've seen cars topple over. You've seen cars go airborne. You literally got every checkbox marked on the checklist for tonight.
Everyone.
Not to mention our 5th different winner. So there was the last checkbox mark. That's 5 different winners in 5 different races. You want to talk about the how expansive the talent pool is over here. That right there should tell you it's not one driver that dominates anything. Like any of these drivers have a chance to come out here and win in 5 straight weeks with 5 different winners. That's a testament.
Yeah, absolutely there for sure. And appreciate you guys for tuning in. About 22, 23, maybe even at one point on YouTube at most concurrently. So much love there. The league itself, Global Racing, just putting up numbers, man. We're in the 30s. Almost at a road course. Definitely here at an oval. Love to see it. 5 races into a season. It's most leagues have that fall off period where they're the midseason lull, beginning hype, but they're just flatline at the top of the charts every single week. So love to see it. Continue it going on, guys. And that's it. Much love to everybody out there. And we're going to be live this coming Wednesday. The OP Butt Kicker Grand National Series is going to be doing their thing for one last ARCA event. And then on Thursday, the SRA Late Model Stock Tour. We'll be live both times, 9 Eastern, 8 Central. So you guys tune in. You guys stay safe. And get your nerd on.
And remember, it's not goodbye. It's just till next time. Stay nerdy.
Back when nothing truly mattered.